Okay, we are recording. So I do want to welcome everybody here this morning. If you're just jumping on, excited about this training. As I mentioned, we will be giving the Tron away at the end. You have to be here to receive it. Okay, so if you just came in here to give your ID just to leave, you're not going to have a chance to win. You have to listen to me for a little bit of time here in order to be able to have a chance to win it. But my goal here is to give you some value here today, so it can really help your business. And I just want to take off a little bit about what we talked about last time, and then we're going to get right into what we're doing here today and what it's going to mean to you and your business. Okay. On the last meeting, if you remember, we talked about being able to attract the people to your business. And we talked about adding value to the market. You heard me say that about 5 billion times, is that, it should be your goal to find out what you stand for in your business or in this industry and what your goal is. If it's to work with single parents, if it's to work with baby boomers, if it's to work with Gen X people or Gen Y people or people just in college getting started, or maybe it's just women or just men or dog lovers. I don't know what it is. And I'm not saying I don't care, but it doesn't matter. You have to figure that out. But I also stated that, when you do figure that out, there has to be some messages that are constant, kind of like those politicians, right? If you watch a politician, every single time they get on the stage, regardless of what the questions are asked, they always revert back to what their mottos are, what their key components are, the top three things or four things that they believe in. They always get those messages in debates, right? It doesn't matter. If someone asks them a question about oil and they have something that they want to say about the virus, what do they talk about? They talk about the oil for 2 seconds and they get that virus in there. So having that type of presence online where you're constantly giving people the value, not expecting anything in return other than if they agree with you and they can resonate with what you say, they're going to eventually follow you and you guys can build that type of relationship. Does it take longer than maybe some other type of advertising and stuff like that? Absolutely, it does. But it also builds you a platform and a foundation for the future so regardless of what business you're doing, imagine this for a second, regardless of what business you're doing, let's get outside of network marketing for a second. What if you launched a retail shop, or what if you sold something for anything outside of this industry? Imagine having a group of people that, just because of who you are and your philosophy on life and on business and things like that, that they followed you, and being able to share that with people. So regardless of whatever project you touch, there's going to be a certain amount of people that follow you and they're excited about what's going on and they're there to support you, right? Just, imagine one of your friends' kids that's selling a candy bar for school, and they come knocking on your door. You're going to buy it, right? Because you have that relationship with them. It cost you $1, but that's okay. You may not even wanted the candy bar. Maybe you're on a diet. You're going to give it to someone, but you bought it anyway. People have that same type. There's still good people out there. In fact, most of the world is good. And when they begin to believe in you and believe in your message, they start to follow you. So what we're going to be talking about here today is the sales process. Okay. The funnel, if you will. I know that word funnel is used to death. There's some amazing companies out there that have really piggybacked on that. And there's some great marketers that's what they talk about. And there's coaches that's all they do, is they talk about the funnel. What I'm going to refer to it as is not necessarily just the funnel, but also, in addition to that, what is your sales process? Okay. And let me be clear on something. Okay. Everyone's sales process will not look at the exact same. And truthfully, from my perspective, it probably shouldn't look the exact same, or you're going to lose some people. But we're going to walk through some of those things, what those are and what those look like. And I'm also going to tell you what 97% of the people are doing out there today, and the reason why it's not working, why there's such a high failure rate, because that's the important part here. We're going to get to the bottom of, hey, I do what my leader tells me to do. Why is it not working for me? And I'm going to tell you the truth. And some of you leaders may not like it, but I'm going to break it down for you either way and help you have a real understanding of what it is. Now, with that being said, I want to go on and preface that there are some amazing leaders inside of this company that are doing it right, that are showing people the right way. And I want to commend them and congratulate them on that. It's not by accident that you see incomes go up like they do inside of Lionshare and any company where leaders have that type of influence. But guess what? It didn't happen overnight. It happened through giving value, usually through the years, to be able to build that type of organization. So let's get into this and let's talk really quickly about the sales process. Now, I'm going to tell you, I have my handy dandy iPad. As you can see, it's actually my daughter's. I don't even know what that red Target thing is. It looks like a Target thing to me, but I'm going to be using her iPad today, and we're going to be going through this. I've got a pencil. I bought a pencil for this thing. I am ready to rock and roll. And I'm not going to be doing it the whole time. I'm going to be talking to you, but I'm going to be walking you through, what some of the sales processes are out there. And, here's the deal. Most of you out there, when you think about a sales funnel, what you think about is there's usually a page that you gather someone's information and then you send them to somewhere, right? That's how a funnel usually starts. But what you may not know is there's a lot of sales funnels that are offline sales funnels, right? If you think about this industry and how it started word of mouth, right? You started to tell people, and I'll tell you something else. If you look at some of the biggest teams out there in this industry today, it is still a people business. Even during a pandemic, people are working with people they know, like, and trust. Why is that? Because it's easy, low hanging fruit. Now, the word easy that's kind of a stretch, right? Because it's not always easy to go to someone and say, hey, I've got this new business opportunity you want to take a look at. But the greatest marketers out there, the top network marketers out there, they have a process in place that is not only in place, but it's something that every single one of their team members know to do and that they can use it. And it creates what we call duplication, which is almost impossible to create, right? At times it's impossible to create because a lot of people will not do what you tell them to do, even if you tell them to do it, number one. And number two, things are constantly changing, right? You've got leaders that are changing companies and things like that. But those that have figured it out, whether it be offline or online, it is a game changer, right? Because as I stated last time, your goal inside of this business, inside of this industry should be to have more leads than you have time. That's your goal. Like, can you imagine that for a second, that you had so many people in your pipeline that you don't even like your step now has to be figuring out the time management. Like, how do I actually get packed with these people? How do I automate this situation? Do I need to get an assistant, to help me schedule appointments? Imagine having that instead of having it, hey, those three people that actually hit my landing page and signed in that did that 6 months ago that I've been hitting for the last 6 months and they won't join me. And I've been chasing all my friends and family and they're saying no. I bet if I said, raise your hand if you can relate to that, a lot of you be like, man, this dude, did he read my diary? What is going on? The reason why I know is because I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. And I was there for a year and a half and I could not figure this thing out. I mean, I felt like I was doing every single thing that not only my sponsor or my leader told me, I even used his system, by the way. And I couldn't figure out like what is going on. I had people that were excited about it, but I couldn't get them over the hump. I worked in my office, for a year and a half, telling my wife that we were going to be making $50,000 a month. And we didn't have two nickels to rub together. I had a full-time job as a stockbroker that I was earning, six figures a year. But she's like, what are you doing? Like coming home, working in this office, for hours upon hours when you have a good job that pays insurance, that has, you're getting paid well, but you're coming in here and killing yourself. And you've been telling me for the last 6 months, we're going to make 50K a month. And we haven't made anything except for we've lost you, we've lost time. And now you're like so far into this, like, what are we doing? Can anyone relate? Like, just kind of give me a hand. Like, if you can relate to what I'm saying, you got anyone in your life right now that's like busting your door down saying, when is this going to happen? You keep telling me, you told me it was going to happen. When's it going to happen? My God, I'm going to have flashbacks here. I got some PTSD for that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I am going through it in my head right now and I'm reliving that. And I bet some of you are living in that right this very second, if I had to guess. So the question is, how do we begin to turn this into a process that works for us, and not only works for us, but also will work for other people that we attract to us, where we can teach them the way on how to do it? Okay. Because here's what really happens in this industry. Okay. Now, here's a big secret that maybe you know and maybe you don't know. But when you look out there today, most of the people that show up on the top of the leaderboards and whatever launch, whatever company is happening, guess what? They already have a huge team of people that follow them from another company, right? We can all agree on that, I think. But let me ask you something. Do you think that they got that group of people by just, snapping their fingers or magically throwing their link up on Facebook and all these people just clicked their link because they thought that they were cool? No, 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 that's not the way it happened. It took time to build that tribe or build that organization, right? It took time to build that influence where people would actually trust, believe, and follow you into what you're doing. Now, how did those people do it? I'm going to give some props to so Shelly Cullen, for you guys know, she's been our top producer inside of this Lion Share for a long time. And, I've kind of studied her she's hard to get a hold of, by the way. But when I can relate to that, but here's the deal. I've studied her and I've kind of looked at what do they do over there? Because here's what was weird about this. Every single person that jumped on this webinar says the same exact thing. It's like they're in a little cult. What is going on here, right? A cult in a good way, not a bad way. A cult in a good way, right? They're all doing the same thing. And what that shows me is that she has some value in her training, right? There's something in that is starting to click with people, that they're starting to believe that they could do it as well, right? But I would bet when she does this, she creates some ownership. You talk to anyone on here from New Zealand, Australia that's on her team, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to say, "Hey, I'm with so and so. I'm with the Lion Kingpins, or I'm with the whoever." They're going to name whatever the name of their team is. And by the way, it's not even that top team; it's their team. They're taking some ownership of it, right? So it's a pretty cool deal. So when we look at sales processes, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to attempt here. Okay, I'm really hoping that this thing works. I'm going to attempt to show you my screen here. Let's see here. Can you guys see that? I might have to unplug this and plug it back in. Hold on.
It's coming up.
It is coming up. Hold on one second, because I think what it's asking me to, I'm going to unplug it here. Just give me a second here. Nothing like live TV, right? I could pause this if I was by myself, but I'm not. So let's see here if this thing prompts me to, okay, here we go. Trust. All right, so I think we should be good now. Let me try this. Okay, can you guys see it? Can you see my screen if I draw that?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
It's
Okay.
still loading.
It's still, yeah.
It says that sharing is paused. Hold on one second. Here we go. What about now?
There we go. We see a whiteboard.
All right, awesome. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. What we're going to talk about first is we're going to talk about what 97% of this industry does to get people into their business, and why 97% of the people are failing. Okay, because that's what's really happening. You're either in that top 3% or you're not. And if you're not, most likely you're doing things exactly the way that everybody else is doing. Now, with that being said, there's some outside components, right? You can have medium level people or people that do have some success doing this, whether it be from positioning, whether it be that they might have some influence. They got a little bit more uncomfortable than everybody else that is absolutely failing. Okay, so they might be doing something a little bit different. But what I'm going to show you right now is exactly what most people do in this industry. And you guys tell me, okay? You guys tell me whether you think I'm right or I'm wrong when I do this. Okay, most of the time, what people are doing is they might have some type of page that is called a lead capture page. Okay, a lead capture page is nothing more than a page that says, "Hey, how would you like to earn 5 figures a month by learning crypto?" I'm throwing that is not a real headline. Obviously, I wouldn't use that. I'm just using that as an example. If so, enter your email address right here. And as soon as someone enters that email address, and by the way, the reason why I'm showing it to you like this is because if you look out there, again, every company in the world that creates a marketing system, I'm talking about a corporation or a network marketing company, usually sets it up like this. They give you some type of landing page where you can get the contact information of the people. They have to enter their email. And as soon as they enter their email, they are sent to what is considered a sales page. Okay. Now, here's what 97% of the people do in this industry. And what if I bet if I really ask you what your sales presentation looks like, or your funnel, whatever you want to call it, you would tell me that you either have this very first page, this page number one, or you don't. You may not even have it, right? Now, if that's the case, you might just be sending people straight to the company website. That's what a lot of people do. They literally get on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or Twitter or whatever they do, and they constantly throw their link out there to people. And it's just a link, like the Lion Share link or whatever link that you're promoting that week. And they can't figure out why no one's signing up with them, right? I mean, I threw my link out there. I mean, I've got 300 friends on Facebook. Why have not one of them bought or even clicked on my link? What's going on? Or maybe they all clicked on it and you can't figure out why no one's signing up with you. See, 97% of the people, they send someone to a landing page and then they send them directly to the company website or the company video. 97% of you right now, this is your funnel. Okay. You have people, you may or may not have this first page, but you definitely have the second page because it's our main website, right? Or you have some video that you're sharing. What is it, Marlene?
Are you supposed to be drawing on there, or because we don't see anything? It's still white.
Is it white again?
It's been white. That's all we're seeing.
So you don't see me erasing anything? There's
No,
nothing being drawn right now?
no.
Golly, hold on one second. I'm gonna just stop that. I'm gonna try to share this whiteboard that is on here. I'm gonna try to, if we can. Let me stop sharing for just a second. That's really strange. I don't know what's going on there. If this is the case, because I don't even see a whiteboard option here. Let's see here. I'm gonna try it one more time here. One more time. You guys did see it for a second though, right, Marlene?
No, we thought you was just talking to show us. The whiteboard was up. It's been up the whole time. That was it.
Lord. Hold on 1 second. Well, if we can't get this to work, I don't see this Zoom option has an option for a whiteboard. So it might be that we just have to kind of walk through this thing. And I hope that that's not the case, but let's see here.
Maybe
Someone said
it's
make sure
because
the
of
chat is connected.
What are you seeing right now? Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, now you can see it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Thank God. Okay, so I erased all that. So here's the deal, y'all. This is all I had. So it was nothing special. I had a lead capture page, and then I had the sales page, right? Which is actually your company page. That's what this usually is. Now, we know that 97% of people, they're either sending people here and then directly to here, or they may not even have this page right here. This one is optional, right? Because some companies don't provide that. Some companies do. But almost every company out there in the universe, they have some type of page, just like we have lionshare.io that sends people to a page where they can watch a video and they can go through the website and see what's up, right? So most of you, you're sharing this on Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever it is, and you're sending people exactly like this. So maybe you've created a landing page, maybe a leader helped you with that, and it just redirects to the main page. Let me just go on and save you some heartache, okay? If you are doing this right here, if you are sending people to a landing page and then directly to our corporate page, right, with no in-between steps, no value added in between, I can guarantee you almost 100% that you're going to make very, very few sales, okay? Now, you're going to be convinced along the way that if you buy these leads, if you buy these solo ads, if you do this, that, or the other, it will work for you. But here's the deal, it won't. I apologize for my phone here. Let me turn this thing off. My Lord. What I was telling you is that it doesn't matter what you have in place. It will not work the way that you want it to. If you do happen to make a sale, I don't want to call it luck, okay? Because it's not luck because you did some activities. But if you're sending massive amounts of traffic to a funnel just like this, that all you do is take people's information and then send them to a company page. So they don't know who you are. They don't know what you stand for. There's no value exchange whatsoever. Why would anyone do that? Right? I mean, think about this. Think about your process of coming through Lionshare, or maybe not Lionshare. Maybe you're with a leader that you've been with for, a year or 2 years or 3 years that you followed. Like, you knew them through the industry, or maybe you followed them for some time. The reason why you followed them for some time is because they gave you something that you were looking for in the way of either information or tools or something that got you interested in being able to follow them, right? Would you guys agree with what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying, right? Think about the funnels that you've went through. Very rarely do you have some top leader out there that shows up at the top of the leaderboard that has a system just like this. Now, here's what happens. Here's the unique situations in which this does work, okay? If you are an existing leader and you already have a massive organization in companies, and you've jumped from company to company or switched, maybe you've been with a company for a year or 2 years it ran its course, you've moved to somewhere else, or even 6 months or 3 months or whatever it is, however you work your business, and you have a following, this model right here, this funnel right here will work for you. Now, why will it work for you? Because you've already done the pre-foundation, right? You've already put that trust out there. People already follow you. If I have, 10,000 people on my list, and I have a team or an organization of 2,000 people in another company, and I send out an email or I post something on Facebook that says, hey, the next hot smart contract is launching tomorrow. Hit me up on my DMs. How many times have you seen a leader do that, right? Everyone's hitting them up, right? Or she. Or they send out an email and say, hey, you got to be part of this. We're taking positions right now. If you get in now, we're going to fill your team up for you. And in addition to that, if you join my team today, I'm going to give you blah, 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 right? We see it every single day. Just check your email if you don't believe me. There's something in there right now for something that's coming tomorrow or this week. I promise you, right? And this is the process. And what you can't understand, most of you, is you're using the same exact process as these leaders are using. Why is this not working for you? Why can't you just have a landing page and send people to a sales page and them not sign up with you, and you have this magic team? Why can't that happen? Well, the reason why is because, number one, people have no idea who you are. Number two, they don't trust you. And number three, most of the time, they don't know who Lionshare is. Okay. Now, here's the cool thing. They don't need to, because people join people. They don't join companies. You can have the best product or service in the world with the prettiest website in the world, and if you don't have the people backing it behind it that know what they're doing, it will not work. Some of the ugliest websites on the planet have been the most successful. That's the truth. Okay. I'm really picky. I like websites that look good, but what I do know is, as I get into it, if I get too far into it, I know I've lost myself, because it doesn't really matter that much, right? People join people, they don't join businesses. So this whole process that we're going to be setting up here is going to get people to follow you. Now, before we get into this, I want to tell you what I did. Okay. What I did and how I got started into this is, I actually, when I very first looked at this and I started to do this, I I did this. Okay. I went to this guy's landing page, and it did the same thing that every other leaders out there does. Okay. It said, hey, if you want to earn $50,000 a month in the next 6 months, how many times have y'all heard me say that? Then put your name and email address in here. So I did that. Well, what this sent me to was not a company page. It sent me to a page to learn about this person, right? And what they've done and what they've accomplished. And it had pictures of their family and like some of the vacations that they've taken. And it was it was kind of an old school, right? Because that's been a long time. Now most of that would probably be done with videos more than it would actual text, but you could do both. But it was something about him, right? It was something about what he was doing and his success in this industry, and the fact that he had to go through and break through some of these barriers that you're facing. Like, you're here today because you need more money, or you're here today because you need more time freedom, right? I was in that same exact position. I was working a job that had me working 60 hours a week for 40,000 a month, and I wasn't comfortable with doing the 40,000 for 40 years for a $40 Timex. You guys have heard it, right? I didn't make that up. It's pretty clever, but I didn't make it up. But that's what I did. I got through there and I got basically indoctrinated, right? I got infiltrated with his information, and I started to buy into him. I did not know who the company was that I was possibly going to join. There was no logo of the company. There was no mention of the company whatsoever. There was no company video or anything like that. What I was learning about was him and his success. And guess what? What he stood for. What are the reasons why he did it? Who are the people that he's looking to attract? Does this guy know how to market? Can he help me actually build this? And I believed it by reading through his stuff. That was the first company that I ever joined. And by the way, I'd looked at multiple companies. It's the first one that I joined, and I joined because of him. I picked the phone up and I called him. He was super short and kind of rude, honestly. But I was like, because I thought I knew it all anyway. And he just basically said to me, look, I made $107,000 last month. If you want to do that, he's like, I can show you how. That's a pretty good sales pitch, right? But I was kind of already sold. Now, did you all get the key component of that conversation? Who called him? Did he call me or did I call him? Do you guys remember? I called him. I went to this dude's website. I read all about what he had going on. He did such good copywriting that I was intrigued by this idea. Keep in mind, not only did I have a job, I had a good job, right? And that paid me well, but I still was intrigued enough to have that conversation with him because I believed in this guy. Okay. Now there's going to be some of you out there today saying, "Hey, I don't have a story. I don't have a story like that. I don't have the success. I don't have the fancy cars. I don't have the mansion that I can show people. James, when you shoot your video, you're standing out there by your pool. Of course, it's easy for you." Let me tell you something. Nobody really gives a crap about any of that stuff. Okay. Some people do. My dad's told me this for a long time. When you're in your 20s, you care about what everybody thinks. When you're in your 40s, you don't care about what anyone thinks. And in your 60s, you realize no one was thinking of you at all. Okay. Maybe you've heard that, maybe you haven't. The same thing's true in internet marketing. People connect with people, they don't connect with necessarily things. Don't get me wrong. That marketing, it has worked and it will work where you see leaders posting pictures of their Lamborghinis that they most likely rented and these huge mansions. And it's good for marketing. You can create some cool videos by that and you can get some people to do that. Okay. But that is a short-term fix. People can usually see through the crap. Okay. Some can't, some will. What I'm talking about here is I'm talking about a process to build you a business that, regardless of whether you do business at Lionshare or whether you do business at any other smart contract that you want to do or with, or any MLM or any business, retail business, anything you do, anything you touch, you can be proud to talk about it, right? And you can tell people about it. And you might only have 100 followers, or you might have 200. Maybe it will get to 10,000 or 100,000. That's going to depend on you and your consistency of your message, your belief of your message, and if it's actually your message, or if you're just buying into all the other crap that every other person says out there, and you're saying exactly what they say because they said it because they made $100,000 last month, right? Do you remember what I told you my breakthrough was? My breakthrough was when the guy that did my Google ads for me, yes, I actually paid for Google ads. And back then, by the way, it was like shooting fish in a barrel. Okay. Like Google won't allow people to do that anymore. You can't promote a network marketing company on Google except for YouTube, right? YouTube's a huge open space right now. Really, really amazing space that you can talk about anything that you want for the most part and be able not to get your ads taken down. Facebook, they won't really allow you to market. So how do you get around that? How do you get around if you can't talk about your business, if you can't market a network marketing or a business making opportunity, if you can't do that on some of these platforms, how do you get around it? You sell you, right? You sell yourself, because guess what? That's what people are buying anyway. Okay. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to talk about the process that I have seen work. Okay. I'm going to show you a sales funnel that not only have I used multiple times, but one that I know for a fact that, if done properly and done right, can really help you. Now, here's the cool thing. Okay. There's going to be some of you out there that, like, James, I have no technical experience. I don't know how to do this. Like, when you get on a video, you can tell that you've done them, right? That's right, right? I've done these a million times, right? So it's easy for me to jump on a video and talk. Some of you are going to be nervous. Some of you are going to be scared. I guarantee you, if you ask Stephanie, who's on here today, who's co-host, ask her if she hosted anything before she came to Lionshare besides her classroom. I'm going to guess the answer was maybe no. And the reason why is because the first time I pulled her out, I could tell by the look on her face that she was very nervous. She was not. And now look at her, man. She's rocking and rolling every single day. Like, she has comfortability. She introduced me today. Like, she didn't have that confidence. We're talking, this was in July. She hasn't been, even presenting that long, but we just started this in the middle of the July. If you came and watched Stephanie today, you would think that she is a seasoned veteran that's been doing this for years, because it took one little push, one little inch outside of her comfort zone to take her to a whole new level. And now she presents. Now people see her as a leader in this industry. So, give some props to Stephanie for that. But here's the deal, okay? What I'm going to draw out here is something that I feel will work for you. Now, my drawing is not going to help you, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. And my drawing is not going to help you in the sense that you're not going to get off the call here today and have something that's tangible that you're going to be able to use. But here's what I'm going to guarantee you, okay? I'm going to guarantee you that I can open up your eyes to see exactly how this thing works. And then we're going to take the steps together to be able to build this out for you to figure out how you can do it. Okay. I know everybody wants Lionshare to have a marketing system. I know that. I get it all the day. Like, James, where's the marketing system? And I'm going to be straight with you. Okay. We can create a marketing system. We can create a landing page that sends people directly to our Lionshare video, but we are going to be setting you up for massive failure. Okay. No other company owner or whoever is going to say that to you. Okay. What they're going to tell you is pay $40 or $55 a month or $100 a month or whatever it is for their amazing marketing system. They're not telling you along the way that this will not work for you. What they're telling you is, hey, make sure to buy this. This is extra revenue for the company. Can you believe I'm giving these internal secrets away? It's the truth, right? It is the truth. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about what you need first inside of your sales process. And we're going to be talking about the online sales process at this point. Offline, it's going to be different. Okay. But here's what I know for a fact, regardless of whether it is offline or online, it's got to be something that you can duplicate as people come into your team. Okay. Because just like you may not be technical, maybe you don't completely understand things, maybe you don't have what you think the ability to have a polished video or things like that about you or what you do, or you don't have a story created yet. Let me guarantee you something. Every single person that came into this industry did not have a story before they got here. And there's many, many people that have earned millions and millions of dollars without a story. So let's not make excuses. Let's make improvements, right? Let's figure out the ways around this to really make it happen, because I can see in some of your eyes here today that you're chomping at the bit. You've been doing this. You've been doing it. I can see it in your eyes that you've been doing it, and your significant others are right now busting you because nothing's happening for your family, right? So let's try to get over this. And here's what I hope that you get out of this. This is not going to be a magic potion or a magic pill. But what I do believe this is going to do is it's going to open up your eyes to what this could actually mean for you and your family if you did it this way. Okay. So the first thing that you absolutely have to have if you're going to be marketing online is you are going to have a landing page or a lead capture page. Okay. They're the same thing. And basically what you're trying to get right here is people's information. Okay. And I'm sorry for my drawing. I know it's terrible. Okay. But let's just, we can get over that. But what you need here is you need some type of heading, some type of message, something that's going to get people interested enough to do this. Now, here's the deal. I know that you also need traffic, and we're going to talk about traffic at a different time. Okay. Because here's the truth. If you don't have a sales process in place, it doesn't matter if you send 10 million people to your link. If it's not a process that works, like the one I just showed you, you send 10 million people just to fill out their information to be sent to a company page, you're not going to make any money. Even if you spent $10,000 on those leads or whatever it was that you bought. Okay. And that's the other thing I want to tell you right now. If you are out there and you have someone pitching you the fact that you could buy leads from them, you may as well donate that money to a charity or spend it on your kids for the holidays or whatever it is. Okay. Do not be buying leads like that, because they're never, ever, 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 ever going to work out for you. You have to create your own leads. And we're going to talk about some of that. Okay. And I know some of you are like, man, this is not what I've been told. You can believe whatever you've been told, or you can believe the truth. Right. And what I'm telling you here today is the truth. And that's just the reality. Okay. So the first thing you have to have is a landing page. You have to have something set up for you. These are very, very simple to set up. Even with no technical skills, you have the ability to do this. And we're going to walk you through some of those. And a lot of you, there's a lot of page builders out there and things like that I know are very expensive. I'll tell you, the very first place that I did what I would consider where I did my own funnel was WordPress, which, by the way, is, guess what? Free. Right? I know there's ClickFunnels. I know there's lead pages. I know there's GrooveFunnels. There's all these companies out there, and they're super cool. Like, I love ClickFunnels. I mean, it's really cool. But at the same time, I can build the same exact funnel inside of WordPress, and I'm not a technical guy, right? So I know I could do that, or I could pay the one-time cost of having someone on Upwork do it for $200 versus me paying $97 or $300 a month. There's a lot of different ways around it. So we're going to talk about those, not today. Okay. We're not going to talk about those today. We're going to talk about those things on Friday as we begin to implement this. But the very first thing is a lead capture page. Okay. And the lead capture page has to talk to whatever audience that you are going after. If you remember, right, the first thing that I told you to do last week was to figure out what your philosophies are. My bet is that maybe 5%, maybe 3% of you actually thought about that after you got off the call. Like, what do you stand for in this industry? Who are you trying to help? You know, when I started my very first company, I know you guys have probably heard of this. My very first company's name was called Little Guy Network. Who do you think I was going after? You think I was going after the high ticket people? No, right? There were high ticket things everywhere. And what I saw out there is I saw people that were broke, that were trying to pay at least $1,000 or more to get into platforms, and it wasn't working for them. So I was like, well, what if they only paid like $149 and got the same products and services that I actually had the money to buy at that time? It worked, right? The term little guy network attracted a bunch of people. But guess what? I had a funnel set up that walked people through this. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing. So the first thing is getting people that you know to fill this out. And when I say people you know, it's what I really mean is the people you want. So if you're going after single moms, and this is off the top of my head, but imagine this. Hey, how would you like the opportunity to earn part or full-time income from the comfort of your home while you still get to put your babies to sleep every night, make them dinner, and be able to spend the time with them that you want? If you'd like to learn more, I'm working with just a few amount of people. Put your information in. I'm going to tell you more about what happens on the next page. Okay. Now, that's probably not the best headline in the world, but if I was going after single moms or single parents, right? There's a lot of single dads too. Someone might be able to read that and go, that's me. Like, I'm looking for money. I need money. I don't feel like I'm contributing enough. See, my wife was a stay-at-home mom. And I know that a lot of moms in their head, even though they have the hardest job in the world, a lot of them, they don't think they're contributing to a family, right? So the psychology of that is, hey, I can show you a way to not only be that super mom, but be able to earn income from home. How would you like to learn more about it? And if you're a single parent or a single mom or a mom or a dad at all, you can relate to all those parent things that people are going through. You can talk to them on a personal level. Okay. So that's what this lead capture page has to be. It has to be something that talks to people on a personal level, that wants them to enter that information. Now, here's the way that I've done it in the past that's really worked for me. What I would say is something like this. I would say something like, X stockbroker was able to earn six figures from home, from the comfort of his home for the last 10 years. Okay. If you'd like to learn more, I have a video on the next page. It's going to give you the 7 steps to being able to create income for you and your family. Okay. It's a video, it's completely free. You can check it out by entering your email address. Okay. Now, keep something in mind. This landing page right here, number one, it will not have a company logo on it. Okay. It will say nothing about a company. When they go to this page right here, right? This page right here should give them exactly what you just offered them. Okay. If you offered them to learn more about it and you just send them to a company page, they're going to be lost. Imagine someone who's brand new, right? A mom who's brand new, has her babies running around the house. She has her phone. She's just entered this and she's like so fired up to get to this page just to figure out she's going to have to read through a bunch of stuff. She doesn't even know what cryptocurrency is. How could she possibly sign up for Lionshare? She's never heard of Ethereum or Tron, right? She's never heard of a smart contract. And even though our video is good and our website's pretty, it's not going to do it. Would you do it? If you didn't know anything about Lionshare and someone had you fill out a page and go to our website, would you sign up? The answer is probably not. You might, but the answer is probably not. So the landing page itself is to get them into the mindset or the philosophy, the psychology that you have whatever they need to help them. Okay. And you do, even though you may not know that you do, you know more than most people out there, and you're going to know even more today. Okay. This page right here, it could be considered a thank you page. Whatever it is, it's a value page. Okay. You are giving them whatever you promised them. Okay. If I promised them that I was going to give them a video or a 3-day video series or anything on showing them exactly how I do what I do or how to build a business online, even if you're not an expert, you know enough, you've watched enough information out there that you can grab it from someone else. Okay. Now, a lot of you are not going to want to do this video, right? Which I understand that. Okay. A lot of you don't want success as bad as you think you do. Because if you did, it wouldn't even be a question, do I need to shoot a video to tell people what the 7 steps are or 5 steps or whatever it is that you want to do to success? Maybe you're going after crypto people, right? Or people that are just getting started with crypto, and you can give them the 5 things that they need to be aware of if they're going to do any business in the cryptocurrency market, especially if they're trying to earn income from home. Here are the 5 things, right? Number one, you have to be careful. You better make sure that you know who is behind that company. Okay. Make sure that it's legit. Number two, what is cryptocurrency? What can it do for you? Whatever it is. Okay. You have the value right here, whether you know it or not. Okay. And the way that you lay it out and the way that you present it in a way that you are giving something to someone, not expecting anything in return. I am giving this value with not expecting anything in return, even though we know that it is built to get people to follow us to eventually buy whatever we are selling. We know that we have to gain that trust first. I would guess for most of you who are married, you didn't ask your spouse, your significant other to marry you on the first date. That's just my guess, right? You had to court them a little bit. You had to get to know them a little bit, right? You don't just, I mean, it happens. I mean, my parents got married in 3 weeks, believe it or not. They dated for 3 weeks. They're still married. They've been married over, I don't even know how many years now. The bottom line is it's rare. So think about that. When you can relate a lot of this stuff to relationships, your dating relationships and things like that. You don't just ask for everything on that first date. You get to know people and you give something inside of that date, right? That is of a value. So it's your personality, it's the way you act, it's your beliefs, whatever it is. So the second page has to be a delivery of value. I'm going to stop for just a second here, okay? For those of you that came on late to the call, we are giving away 7,000 in Tron here in just about 15 minutes, okay? Marie is on here. She's one of the co-hosts. If you are an existing member, if you've already done this, please don't do it again. But if you join late, if you're an existing member, make sure to send your ID to Marie, okay? Just your ID. We don't need anything else if you're an existing member. If you're brand new, you're not part of Lionshare yet, please send your first name with your last initial to Marie right now. I'm gonna let this go until I get done here, and then that will be it, okay? So for the people that jump in here really late, they may not be able to get their names in there. So just keep that in mind. Do it right now. It's Marie Elena Hernandez that you can send your information to. Don't send it to me because I won't get it. Don't send it to anyone but her. Either your ID or your first name with your last initial, okay? And we'll have that drawing here in just a second. So let's get back to this, okay? So we've got the landing page, we've got the thank you page, the value page, whatever you want to call it, and we are delivering whatever it is. So I'm going to use my same example that I started with, okay? The 7 steps to growing your business. So the first page was, hey, I'm going to show you the way. The second page, I actually had that video up there, right? I shoot the video. And by the way, I mean, I'm sitting in a bedroom right now, right? I'm not in my office downstairs. I'm literally sitting in a guest bedroom. I think people get so caught up on, hey, I don't have somewhere fancy, or I don't have the equipment, I don't have this or that to be able to do it. Let me just go on and tell you something. It's irrelevant. Okay. It totally doesn't matter where you shoot the video. It matters whether you were giving the content and the value that you said you would. Okay. So here I am. I give my 7 steps. Now, obviously on this page, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, I appreciate you coming to check out my video. I hope what you learned is something that can help you in your entrepreneurial journey. Now, if you'd like to learn more from me, or if you'd like to work directly with me, here's the way that you can do that. Okay. I'm going to be offering a $27 ebook that is going to dive even further into this to show you how to do it. Okay. So maybe I'm selling something that is very low. Again, has nothing to do with Lionshare. It has to do with helping them build the foundation to entrepreneurship, to build that business, right? Because the reason why people came here was to make money. Now, here's what I know. If I can get someone to buy a $10 book or a $27 book, which, by the way, I wouldn't have written, I know that I've gained their trust a little bit. But here's the deal. There's going to be a lot of people that say, no, I still don't want to do that. That's okay. For those people, we already got their email information, and we're going to send them follow-up emails, right? We're going to say, hey, you checked out my video. I want to say thank you. If you'd like to follow me on Facebook, here it is. I give a lot of content, or here's my blog, or here's my Instagram or my TikTok. I do videos every day that's on these specific topics that can help you build your business or help you learn more about cryptocurrency or whatever it is. You guys get the point, right? Gather the information, give the value, make an offer on this page of some sort that has nothing to do with Lionshare, by the way. Okay, we're going to get to that here in just a second. But if you wanted to, if Lion Share is that deal, here's the way I would structure it. Okay, if you want to make Lion Share your offer because it is only $6, here's how I would structure this. I would have my landing page that offers something for free, something of value, right? Something that I can actually deliver some value. Now, remember what I said. There's some of you out there like, I don't have any value, James. I mean, I just got into this industry. I'm trying to learn it myself. What are you talking about value? Well, there's a couple things. Number one, I will shoot a video that I will put out there that any of y'all can use. Okay. If you want to use it, you can use it on your pages if you would like to. That will be walking people through something. I don't know what it'll be, 5 steps of success, something like that that you can use. Okay. And you can use me as that prop if you want. And then you can also add your picture and some stuff like that to show people exactly who you are. But at the same time, it would be much better if you shot the video and you added the value. But if I was going to promote Lion Share on the back end of this, here's what I would do. I would give the 7 steps just as I did. And then at the end of the conversation, I would say, there's a lot of you out there, you single parents, that, you're struggling to find the time to do anything other than help your kids. You would like to contribute to your family. You don't have a lot of money to be able to do that. Well, there's a system that I've been using that it's $6 to get started. Okay. I'm going to send you there. If you want to come be part of my team and have more trainings like this, I can show you how to set this system up exactly on your own. I can show you how to market, how to drive traffic to it. And it's going to cost you $6 to get started today. On this next page, I'm going to have instructions on exactly how you can get started. Now, listen, you need to do exactly what this says on the next page if you want to get started with me here today. Again, it's $6. Okay. Don't worry about, whether you're going to know how to do it or what the product or the service, all of it's good. The idea is to get you started here today on a journey to help you be able to earn income for you and your family. And I'm not asking for thousands of dollars, right? You're going to be able to get started with $6 on this next page. And I'm going to have the instructions on exactly how you would do that. Now, on this next page, that's where I would have 3 or 4 different videos telling exactly what Lion Share is. But this first video, again, would be me saying, hey, thank you. What an awesome decision. You've made a great decision. This is going to be your first step on becoming an entrepreneur. And the way that you do that is you're going to follow me into this journey. I'm going to tell you all about what this company is, what they do on the videos below. But the first step, and the thing I want to remind you is it's not going to cost you thousands of dollars to get started here today, right? You can get started for $6, and then I'm going to walk you through the process of how you do it. I'm going to show you how you can get this going for you and your family as well. I want you to think about the difference here, okay? I want you to think about the difference of this funnel that I've drawn out here versus this funnel right here that most of you are using, which is the landing page or the capture page, and then your sales page from your company. Do you think that there's this little gap right here, this page right here? Be serious. Do you think that you can see a difference between these two? Like if you had a chance, right? If you found my website, or maybe you've even followed me for a minute, you know who I am, you found my website and I had a landing page that I offered you a video to show you exactly what you had been looking for all day on the internet. And when you got to this page, you resonated with me. You connected with me, not because of the house I live in or the cars that I drive, but you connected with me because of who I am, the way I talk, because of the philosophy that I have, because I've been in your shoes, right? I've been that single parent, and I haven't, by the way, but I'm just using that as an example. I've been there. I know what you're going through here today. I can talk to you on such a personal level that you're going to be like, wow, right? I can connect with them. They have kids just like I do. They're dealing with some of the struggles and they're doing it for themselves. They actually did it. Can you see the difference in this little step right here of building that bridge of our relationship versus me just saying, hey, come do business with me. Here's my page to sign up. Is there a difference? There's a massive, massive difference. And the other difference is this: along the way, right? When someone does watch this right here and they go through and they learn about your story, and even if they get to this page, they may not sign up, or they may get here and they may get distracted with their kids. It may not be the day for them. That's where the email series, right? Where we're going to send them multiple emails reminding them of, number one, what our philosophy is. Number two, here's the link. If you want to check out the video again and watch the 7 steps again, maybe you didn't have time to go all the way through it. Here's the link, right? If you'd like to work directly with me to here today, here's the link to do that. And that would send them to this page right here. You guys understand that there's a process in place that if done correctly, and if you can duplicate and show other people how to do this, and this page right here is the most important page, you see, because this page right here can look like everybody else's for the most part, right? It just needs to have that message of whoever you're going after. So whether it be single moms, whether it be crypto enthusiasts, you know, I don't know, like I coach, like, so maybe I'd be going after coaches, like, hey, you know, are you stressed out from coaching? You know, you're working 12 hours a day during the season. You don't have time for your family. It's not even paying, you know, the bills like you'd want it to. How do you do that? How would you like an opportunity that could help you earn money while you're sleeping? Right? Think about the people that you want to talk to, the message that you want to give them. And it also is going to be different in every country in the world. So this funnel system right here, in some of the countries in the world, it's going to be very different because people don't have computers. They only use phones. So you want to make sure that whatever you're doing is compatible with phones for sure. So we're going to talk about some of that, but I'm going to stop sharing this for a second here. And just so I can see faces, if you have a video, if you don't mind, if you have your video, if you can turn your video on, I'd really appreciate it. Just for a second, you know, if you're comfortable with it, because I want to be able to see your face and I want to be able to know whether this is resonating with you or if it's not resonating with you. Let me ask you a question. Can you see the difference in sending someone directly to a company page for either from a landing page or just on your Facebook wall, thinking that someone's going to sign up with you because it's this amazing opportunity? Can you see the difference in that versus what I'm telling you? Like, just give me a 1, like, give me a yes. I mean, you can, right? There's a difference. If you're dating someone, asking them to marry you on the first date versus getting to know them a little bit and knowing each other's philosophy, your religious beliefs, you know, what is your thoughts? You have to think of prospecting and driving people to your page the same exact way. You want to work with people that are fun to work with. You don't want to work with people that are pains in the butt and you have no philosophies that match up, right? That becomes a real challenge in business. I know some of you are at this point where you're like, James, I'll take anyone that comes to me. And that is not the mindset that you want to have. The mindset that you want to have is you want to be able to create a team around you that have the same ideas and same mindset and same philosophy. And some of them are going to have to adopt that, right? Some of them are going to look to you as that leader to be able to do it. So here's what we're going to do on Friday. On Friday, I'm going to move this into a situation where we can actually start setting this up for you, right? What are some of those tools? What are some of those things that you can do that's not going to cost you and your family a fortune? You're not going to have to be some tech expert. Like, what are some of the things that you can do to get this thing at least moving in the right direction, right? You know, there's a lot of these companies out here, believe it or not, that will allow you set stuff up for free for 14 days. So what if you already had your plan in place? Okay, so I already know, I have it written out before I ever hit that sign up button for my 14 days to start. I had a plan in place. Here's what I want my landing page to look like. Here's the content. Here is my ideal customer that I'm going after, right? That's number 1. Number 2, here's what I want my message to be. Here's the value that I'm going to give. I'm either going to give an ebook that someone else wrote because I'm not a writer, or I'm going to shoot a video that gives some value that tells people exactly what's going on. And I'm going to deliver exactly what my landing page says, nothing else other than what the value that I promised. And then once I build that relationship, I'm going to talk to them about doing business with me. Okay. Whether it be at Lionshare, whether it be buying something small from you just to become a customer, to build that trust that you also, not only did you give them something for free, not expecting anything, just this free video series or free ebook, you also, in addition to that, gave them something that they bought from you that actually has value. Imagine that. What a unique concept. See, folks, this is not rocket science. I just think we sometimes forget like some of the basic human side of this business. This is a people business. As I said, people join people. They don't join businesses. So it doesn't matter what logo, what fancy website, or what comp plan you put in front of people. They do not care. They don't care because they don't know enough to care. Now, if you're an existing leader, as I said, the game kind of changes for you, right? Because you have your list, you've already built your audience, you have people that you've been able to influence. But the question is, how do you duplicate that for your team, right? Since they don't have that influence, since they don't have those people, do you want to be the only one making money out there while your team starves to death? No, you want to be able to show them the process and the way to be able to get to where they are. So it boils down to duplication, which is challenging to get even with the very best funnels or very best intentions. It's hard, hard, hard to get. But we're going to walk through some of those steps on Friday for you to be able to get there. Okay. So that's my promise to you is on Friday, assuming I don't have any major issues like I had yesterday, this will happen. Okay. So with that being said, what we're going to do right now is we are actually going to do the drawing. Okay. So the time is over, like to get your IDs in. I think Marie has already sent me this list. So let me check that out. Give me 1 second here. And I'm going to bring up the Wheel of Fortune, which is not really the Wheel of Fortune. I hope we don't get copyrighted.
James,
Yeah.
James,
Yeah.
You might want to tell them, make sure to send it to Marie, because there's so many private messages and IDs that I've been getting here. And I'm not doing anything with the IDs. So if you send in the IDs to me, you're not going to be on the drawing. So
yeah. So and I'd mentioned that a few times. Like, just make sure that you send it to Marie. I mean, I can give it like 1 minute here, but at the same time, I mean, we wanted to have that cutoff. Hopefully you guys followed those instructions, because I mentioned it multiple times to send it directly to Marie. Don't send it to any of us, because I haven't even checked my messages. So if you're sending it to me, it's not going to get there. Okay. So I'll give it like 60 seconds. While we're doing that, Edgardo, before we have this drawing, man, I know you've had a lot of success, obviously, in network marketing in this industry. You've also developed some amazing leaders. It's not always just been you that's earned income. You see a lot of people do that. And I know you don't do, at least I don't think, maybe you can correct me, I think you've done a lot of your business offline, right? You've been able to build that because you've been in this industry for a long time. But what feedback do you have? Like, for maybe that someone is here that they can't seem to get over that hump. Before we do this drawing, why don't you just tell people a little bit about, what you've been able to do, like to get success, not just for you, but for your team, and how you've been able to duplicate some of that.
yeah, James, no problem. So just make sure 378, 87, 36. Mary, make sure you got those 696. I mean, I'm just looking. I have a lot more numbers here that they're sending. Please, if you're here still on the Zoom, make sure you send it to Mary. If you're not sure, text maybe Stephanie or Amy, somebody that can help you. Okay. Well, James, going back to how I have built my business has been belly to belly. What I mean is building a relationship with people that I know, friends, family, people that you get to know in the stores, anywhere, even on the social media. I mean, now since we're home, I mean, there's a lot of people. They just chat and say, "What do you do? What do you do for a living?" And they just approach me, because they're doing. I mean, they're prospecting, and I tell them what I do, and that's what I've been doing all this time. I haven't really done any landing pages, any like a high technology to build a big business. No, all has been people that I know. I mean, I have 5,000 people on Facebook. I have 2 Facebooks, and I have so many people up there that I can just, tell them, see how they doing with this pandemic. I mean, if they know anybody that is looking for a home-based business, something to do from home. I mean, there's this time with the pandemic is the easiest time to build a home-based business, because this is what this Lion Share smart contract is all about. It's a home-based business. That means you could just sit at the house, on your desk, on your kitchen, living room, anywhere, on the patio, and just share the opportunity. Okay. And from there, just show them the simple procedures to invite people to the Zooms. This is a very, very simple process. I mean, you don't have to be a person that have a lot of experience with network marketing. Maybe you have never done network marketing. If you just follow the simple, basic procedures with this business, you'll be successful. Believe me, it's just a matter of time. And don't ever quit. I mean, sometimes you want things to happen overnight. I always tell in Spanish, I bring, for example, Juan Carlos from Panama. He has done about $250,000. He did almost 100,000 the first 14 days with the Tyrion Smart contract. It doesn't mean every single person is going to do that. I mean, we would have like 1 million people this Zoom, if that would be the case. Just think about that. But it just matters. You know what? But there's one thing about the successful people, they never quit. They're people, they do it over and over and over, no matter what happens. Okay? That's what I see on Marlene. That's what I see on Stephanie. That's what I see on Amy. You know, I mean, they here every single day. There's some weeks, there's some days, you have a lot of success and you're like, wow. And you think that's the way it's going to be every single day. It's not going to be that way. Okay, it's going to be up and downs. Okay, be prepared for that. That's why when we came out with Lionshare, we said we have a 5-year plan. We didn't say we have a 1-day plan, a 30-day plan. We do have a 30-day plan, a goal. Okay, 90 days, because you want to have a short-term goals and a long-term goals. My question to you is, you're here for both. You want to have success now. I get that. You want to have success in the next 30 days. I know that. Not on the next 90 days. But one thing I always say, I guarantee you the next 5 years, you'll be happy. You'll be happy if you stick with the process, and just, do the simple things. But, there's one thing, always be on the Zooms. There's 161 people here. It's 162 now. Okay? Let's do a challenge. Let's do a challenge for tonight. What's today? Tuesday, right? Today's Tuesday. Who's doing the meeting tonight? Stephanie, Marlene, Amy? Who's doing the meeting?
Just depends on who show up.
Okay. So, I mean, no matter who does the meeting, Marlene, Stephanie, Amy, they do a great job. And tonight, let's do a challenge. Can we all have one guest, including me, one guest tonight? If you take the challenge, put a 1 on the chat before the drawing. Okay? Put a 1 if you're going to bring one person tonight. Okay? Put a 1. Say, yes, I'm going to be here tonight, which is 10 p.m. Eastern time. And you're probably going to be 8 a.m. in the morning. And, some part of the world probably is going to be 6 a.m. in the morning. I mean, from the beginning, I was not having any sleep. It was a nonstop. I mean, the first 30 days, let's say, even though you probably been here for the last 5 months, because, on December 16th, it's going to be exactly 5 months. Even if you've been here 3 months, just treat this business that today is your first day. On the next 30 days, you say, well, you know what? Even though it's Christmas, even though it's going to be New Year's, but this is the time, sometime December, saying, do I want to have a 2021, a very successful year? Well, it starts today. Say, you know what? On my next 30 days, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have one person every single Zoom. If you do that, I guarantee you success. No matter how you do it. Okay? No matter how you do it. If you have one person every Zoom, I guarantee you success. And you can text me and say, Edgardo, I've been doing this every single Zoom. I've been doing it for 30 days and I haven't earned any trunk. I haven't earned any Tyrion. You know what? If you take the challenge, I want you to write down, say, in the next 30 days, I'm going to commit having one person every single Zoom. I see a lot of people put in once here. But even if you don't put 1 here, I just want you to think about this. Say, you know what? Because there's one thing I was telling the Spanish Zoom last night. I said from the beginning, I said, no matter how much money I make, it can be millions and millions and millions. I already made millions. 20 years ago, I made my first million. I already live at the house that I want to live. Okay? This is before Lionshare. But what makes me happy, what makes me drive every single day this business is, people calling me and saying, Edgardo, thank you. I see people here that have been texting me in the last few days, pretty much telling me, I don't even know what part of the world they're at. Sometimes they say India, Nigeria. They said, thank you. Thank you to Lionshare, because Lionshare is a true smart contract for the people. You guys do what you guys said, what you guys gonna do. So take the challenge and let's see who's gonna win some trumps, James.
All right, let's do it. Well, I'm just gonna piggyback on one thing that you said, Edgardo, and the thing that I wanted people to kind of get from you is that, you do have your own sales process, right? And the one thing that you said is that you build relationships. You don't. I know you don't just walk up to people and give them your link, right? You build relationships. You get to know them a little bit before you do all that. So, that's coming directly from someone that's had, significant success in this industry for a long time, and now has that kind of that platform that I talked about. Like regardless of what Edgardo does, he has people that he can hit up and say, hey, you might want to take a look at this. It may not have anything to do with Lionshare or anything. Whatever he does, he has people that will go with him. But it did not happen overnight. It took him building that relationship and people learning to trust him and understand him and things like that. So with that being said, thank you, Edgardo, for coming out and sharing. We are going to have this drawing. Now, we've already got everybody's names put in here. I've already got it. I want to make sure people can actually see the wheel. Can you show me a number 1 if you can see that? All right, awesome. So here's the way this thing is going to work, just so people know. We are going to call out 7 names, and when I say call them out, I'm going to hit this little wheel. It's going to spin, and whatever name or number it lands on, that's who wins. You're going to have exactly 30 seconds, okay? 30 seconds inside of when that happens to let us know it's you. So if you are right now not paying attention, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, if you're talking to someone and you're not paying attention, we call out your name, and then you hit us like 2 minutes later and say, oh, that was my ID. Can't do it today. I'm sorry. Okay. We did that last time, not this time. You got to be paying attention right now. So here we go. We are going to go ahead and spin this for the very first person. This is for 1,000 Tron. We are doing this 7 times. Number 1, here we go. Number 696. All right, 696. Edgardo, looks like you might know that person.
Yeah, that's a person who was texting me on the private chat. Yes.
Okay, so 696, can you let us know that you are here? Just put it in the chat. Just say I'm here.
I don't know why I'm getting so many private messages. If you send
it
a lot of
host.
Put it to everyone.
Yeah, has 696, is anyone saying that they say that they're here?
Yeah, they send me 696. Yes.
Okay.
2 people text me, but I don't know if it's them.
Okay.
Yeah, 696. I have so many. Everyone.
Let's do this. So we don't complicate this. Yeah. If it's your number, text Marlene. Okay, Marlene's one of the co-hosts. Just text Marlene and say I'm here. Okay. Send it to Marlene, say, I'm here, okay? So 696, we're going to give it to you because I know that you're here because Edgardo already talked to you, okay?
I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's Syrian.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Syrian. All right, so I'm gonna remove 696, okay, since they already won. I'm going to shuffle these names. See this little shuffle here? So it'll get everybody shuffled, and we're going to hit it again. This is for number 2. This is for another 1,000 Tron. So 53,272, 53272. If you can please send Marlene a text. Now, remember, there are some language barriers here, right? Because we do have people that may not speak English completely. If you can send us a message and let us know as soon as possible, 5,000 or 53,272, you are the winner. We'll give you a little bit of time here to let us know. So you guys let me know as soon as you see it. 53,272. Are you here? Type in the chat and let us know.
I think Teresa Bell.
All right, Teresa Bell, congratulations. That's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. 2 for 2, man. This day started off good. I'm going to go on and shuffle this again. Okay, here we go. Man, that was close. All right. 65,663. So 65663. You've got like 30 seconds to let us know you're here. Congratulations. Let's see if we can get 3 in a row. 65,663. Are you here?
Marcia just texted me, but she just said Marcia. I don't know if it's her.
Marcy, let us know if that's you. 65,660.
Yep,
Awesome. Congratulations, Marcy. Great work.
Marcia.
Marcia. Oh, okay. Maybe we got some Latino in here, you think, Edgardo? It sounds like it, maybe. All right, removed. We're going to shuffle it again. This is number 4. Man, 3 for 3. What are the odds? Here we go. This is number 4. This must be a new person. MK Yusofa. I don't know if I said that right. Probably not, because there's not an A on the end of it. Yusof. MK, are you here? Does someone see MK's name in the chat? Or I mean, like in the attendance?
No, he's not. At least not listed
Yeah,
that way.
okay. So MK, can you let us know if you're here? Give it about 15 more seconds. This would be a new person, so that would be awesome.
Ming says it's her guest, but Ming, are they here?
They might be in the same room together.
Ming, is your guest, is that person here, Ming? Nope, they went out.
Oh, they went out? Is that what she said? Oh no.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna do this again. This is for the 4th winner. Okay, too bad for MK. You gotta be here to win it. Okay, this is the 4th winner right here again. All right. 52,322. 52,322. Are you here? Can you let us know? or 52,322. Are you here? Got about 10 seconds. Y'all be paying attention.
They are here.
Awesome. Who is it?
Alma Katai.
Alma. All right,
Oh.
Alma, congratulations.
Another one of Ming's personnel.
Ming knows what's up. Using this time to get started with Lion Share if they want. Okay, I'm going to remove it. So that was number 4. We're going to go ahead and shuffle this. So we've got 3 more winners here. Here we go. All right, 33,803. 33803. Are you in the house?
Yes, she is Valerie.
Valerie, congratulations, Valerie. This is awesome. All right, so we got 2 more. We're going to remove Valerie there, and we're going to shuffle these names again. Here we go. Man, I know I'm gonna butcher this. I didn't want to say it out loud. It's gonna be that bad. Meds.
Just yeah, exactly. That's how I would pronounce it too. Meds pulling out.
Meds, are you here? Let us know. Do you guys see Meds in the like if you search the name?
Ming's guest as well.
Oh my gosh, Ming is rocking up.
But Ming, are they here?
I don't see it when we search.
She went out after. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. So she's not here?
No.
Okay. Hey, stay, folks. You gotta stay. Here we go. So we got 2 more still. This is a new person. One of the new ones. All right. 73,096. Are you here? 73,096. Are you here?
They are here. Chamaikara.
Come on, Marie, do better. Do better.
Chamaikara.
Do better. I'm just kidding. All right. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. So we've got 1 more here. We're going to remove that and we're going to shuffle this. And here we go. This is the very last one. Congratulations to whoever's going to win. Who is going to win? And that number looks familiar to me, but I don't know. 7,682, 7682. Did you stick it out? Did you stay the course? Are you here?
They are here. Tunde.
Kunde.
Tunde.
Do better, Marie. Tunde. I'm just messing with you. Thank you. Thank you. So look, that concludes it, man. 7 winners, which is absolutely awesome. Folks, I mean, I say this all the time. Half this game is showing up and sticking with it. You know, you heard Edgardo talk about consistency. That is part of the game. So for those who stuck around, congratulations to all the winners. We will get those paid out. Now, here's the deal, okay? If you're an existing member, we're sending that Tron to the ID, whatever your wallet is inside of your account, okay? If you're a new person, if you're one of the new people who won where we actually called your name, we are going to put into the, you need to send your information to support and then we will get it answered for you. We will get you paid as well. Okay. So Marlene or someone can, one of y'all put the support information in there so they'll be able to send that directly to us.
But that's only if they have Telegram.
Yeah, that's if they have Telegram. If they don't, I'm assuming that they were invited by someone who definitely should have Telegram or be able to contact us. So they can get with that person if not, okay? So listen,
yeah, I put it in there.
Okay, awesome. So look, I mean, we kept y'all for an hour and 24 minutes. Definitely not my intention. Friday morning, going to be doing the same exact thing at the same exact time. We will definitely record it as well. So be on the lookout for that. But on Friday, we're going to be talking about more implementation. Like, how do you actually make this thing go, right? Like, what tools should you use? How do you do it at the least expensive? If you do have money to spend, what's the easiest way to do it? We're going to be talking about all those things. And, you know, I want to remind you, this is definitely not just about online. Okay. This is offline as well. I think it takes both. I mean, you heard Edgardo, he does very little online. I mean, I know he has social media presence, but he's not out there actively trying to get people to come through a landing page to get to a sales funnel. He's not doing that. He's had a lot of success. So this is a two-way street, both offline and online. The key thing is having a process that you can show others how to do that join your team, right? So they can have success as well. So with that being said, I want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all for taking the time to come out. We definitely appreciate it. Congratulations to the winner. I will send out information. And remember, you guys made a commitment that we're going to start getting people to these Zooms. I saw a lot of number ones when Edgardo asked that question. Make sure to invite people. Get at least one person on that Zoom call tonight. That is at what? It's at 10 Eastern Standard Time, right? Yeah, 10 Eastern Standard Time tonight. Make sure you have people on that call. I hope everyone has a great day. I hope you got some value out of this. This is a wrap. Take it easy, y'all.